So what was our fifth step? Fifth step was to addition the color of the shirt, color to the shirt, add shadows, and also the editing in background. So this step will contain uh, all the editing, minor editing and major editing part. So let's start. First of all, I'm gonna add the color to the shirt. So what I can do, I can make a solid color adjustment layer. Let's make this shirt black for now. If you are making some object black, you should not take full black. You just have to take a darker shade of black, darker shade of gray, I mean, and hit OK. If you do not select solid color adjustment layer, then you can select the photo filter adjustment layer. It's over here, and also you can see it over here, photo filter. Name it as color, and you can see that I have no visual to the shirt. Outline of the shirt is hidden in the color layer, so we can clip it by pressing and holding Alt, and then coming over here in between these two layers and then click it. You will get clipped this layer to underneath layer. Here is one problem, that we are not seeing any shadows of the shirt which were showing without color. So how we can add the shadows? We can add the shadows making a copy of this main layer of the shirt and name it as shadows. We can change the blend mode to multiply. Now you can see that our shadows are visible, but these are not too much visible. So we can make these shadows visible by getting a curve adjustment layer, and then you have to clip it to the shadow layer and then drag this slider to right. Now you can see the result. Yeah, it's looking perfect. Close it. Color has been added, shadows has been added, but one thing that we can also remove the shadows from brighter parts of the shirt by double clicking here and then dragging the slider to the left a little bit, but it's too harsh. We can use a smoother method of it by pressing and holding Alt and then click on it on this slider and then decrease it. I know this tutorial has too much information for beginners. I will make some tutorials for beginners, but if you follow this tutorial exactly what I'm doing, believe me, you will get the professional mockup. So color has been added and shadows has been adjusted. I can name it as darken. Now it's time to edit background. I want to look my shirt hanging in space, so I want to make here a little bit of shadow and I want to add a little bit of shine here so that it look that here is some light above the shirt and here is some, because of that light, here is some shadow. So we can do it by taking brush tool and making a new layer above the background layer and name it as shadows. Let me take care of this group. Yeah, let's make it red for now. So this is shadows for background. Brush tool has been selected and foreground color is white. Select the shadow layer, increase the size For this, you have to decrease the opacity a little bit more. Maybe this is good. Increasing the size, and now dab once, dab again, increase the size a little bit more, and then dab again. Yeah, it's looking good. Increase the size and then dab here. Yeah, it's looking good, but you can see that this light is not affecting the shirt directly. So we can add some light to shirt. And how we can do it? We can do it through shadow layer, or we can do it to shirt layer. Let's try it with shirt layer. Make a copy and also clip it to shirt. Let's not clip it this time. Name it as shadows. Name it as shine. And then dab once. So now you can see, but it's too much. It's good. It's too much. Let's do this method. Yeah, this is good, but we have to clip this layer now to the t-shirt layer, and yes, it's giving me a little bit a real look, but I'm decreasing fill value a bit. Yeah, maybe 64. Yeah, it's good now. I'm happy with it. You can play with it more if you want. Now let's make a new layer here and name it as shadows. So if this layer is shadows, what is the name should be of this layer? This layer should be shine. I'll name it shadow and then give it shines. Did exactly opposite. If I dab here and then Control T to select it, and then press and hold Shift key and then change it like this. Take it over here. And this is our shadow of shirt. This is our shadow shirt. It's looking perfect. Shine has been added, shadow has been added, color has been added, and the shadows to the shirt are also looking perfect. So now it's time to move to our next step, which is adding a design to the shirt. So you can see that there is no layer for design. So where we can add on the top of everything. But if we add on the top of everything, then we will not get any shadow to that design, and that will be unrealistic. So if we add below the shadows and above the color, then we will get the shadows on that design. So we can do it by taking this layer and then making a new layer above it and name it as design. By the way, I'm gonna work on a smart object here, and you can see my whole video on smart objects, so that you can get a better idea why smart objects are so important in the Photoshop. I'm going to make a shape here, rectangle tool, and then making a shape. Why I'm making shape? You should have question here. I can add design here simply. I am making shape here. Let me tell you first. I'm adding shape here because I want my design to be in this area in smart object. I'll show you. Let me do it. If I turn back these properties on and let's unfill it by clicking here and then selecting no color. Now it's only shape, it has no stroke and it do not have any kind of fill, and then converting it into smart object. and then giving it a color, let's say orange. Double click here. I have made a shape here, and then I converted it into smart object, and then double click here. You can see that shape here. So this is the shape that I have made. So now you can get the idea that why I have made the safe area for adding my design. And if I do it without the shape, let me make another layer here and then convert it into smart object. And if I double click here, then you will see the whole canvas, and there is no uh, sign of my shirt, and there is nothing. And how I can visualize that where I have put my design and what size that design should have. So this safe area in this tab is giving me that opportunity. So let's add design now. Here is my design. Drag it and drop it over here. Control T, decrease the size by pressing and holding Alt key to resize it equally, and let's make it here. So you can imagine that this is black color and shirt has also black color. So this is not good. This color should be white. So we can make this white by making another solid color adjustment layer on top of the design and clip it, and then use mask to remove white color from this area. Opacity 100%, hardness 100%, black color, and remove it. Now our text is converted into white and our red part add as it is. So now I'm going to shift my design on t-shirt by pressing and holding Control and then pressing S. Close it. Now you can see that our design is shifted on the t-shirt and it has the shadows. You can see here are some shadows and shines. Yeah, it's looking perfect. It's looking perfect. But it do not have any curves because we have not added the displacement map yet. If I delete this layer and add displacement map on this layer, like coming over on filters and then distort and then select displace. Hit OK. Select the displacement map we have added on desktop. Select it and hit OK. Now you can see that displacement map is added and it has made some curves on this area according to the curves of shirt. This effect displacement map will be more visible if you are working some curves. So if I make my design bigger to that part and then add displacement map, let's see what happens. And double click here and just it's this part. If I make this smart object, combine these layers and then make it a bit bigger. Never do that, but I'm doing it to my design for you guys. Never do transformation like this with your work. Yeah, it's good. And now I'm hitting in and I'm saving it. The smart object is updated. Close it. These parts have some curves now according to shirt. You can see and it's pretty amazing. The design is not stretching anywhere, the design is not making blurry at any point. These are just simple curves, beautiful curves to the design. Is it not looking amazing? So now I'm going to work on the colors. If I come over here and double click on that and then come over here to give it nice dark red color and also show you guys other colors that how these looks. Colors are looking perfect. These are beautiful. But if I move to lighter colors like this, then you will see the problem. You will see that this part, this shiny part has some darkness. If we make a new layer, curve layer, and click to it to shadow and uh, turn this layer off for now and then adjust it according to the lighter colors like this. Maybe this much darkness is good and name it as lighter or lighter color. You can remove these darker parts manually by coming over here on mask and then use the brush. Make sure bright opacity is not too much. Still opacity is high. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, it's perfect. It is perfect. So now our work has been added, our design has been added, colors has been changed, oh, totally fully customized t-shirt mockup and it's looking so professional. If you place your design on it and show it to your clients or use it to social media, this will definitely gain some attraction of viewers. So thank you so much guys. Try it up. Come with me if you have any questions. Like the video, share it, and also do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.